Oh.
One stone baby Joe was so big he made the news at just 14 days old. As a newborn, he was already in clothes for a 6-month-old.
It just seemed when you'd changed him, dressed him, fed him, it was time to change him again and then feed him. He was having like a pint of milk every 2 hours.
He looks big, so it's easy to forget that Joe is actually only 2.5 years old. His size makes maternal discipline hard.
I couldn't pick him up now. I mean, if Joe was to have a tantrum while we were out, I'd have no chance picking him up.
Joe is growing fast. Too fast. He's a 2-year-old trapped in an 8-year-old's body. He weighs twice as much as the other toddlers his age, and he already knows he's big, making shopping for clothes an ordeal.
Thomas the Tank Engine, do you like that?
Yeah.
Do you like to try it on?
It won't fit me.
Well, we'll try it anyway. Put your arm in.
No, I don't want it.
I'm looking for some nice sweatshirts, but in a size 5 to 6.
5 to 6. That goes up to 4. Okay, so you might have a bit of difficulty because he's a tall chap.
That's size 6.
Yeah.
Probably have to take the 7
7.
in that,
Okay.
if you've got the 7.
That's an 8, the back one.
I'll take the 8.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo. Do you like them?
It won't fit me.
He's just a big baby. I think some people think when he see him and he is having a tantrum and people look at me in disgust as if to say, why can't you control your son? Because they look at him like he is 5 or 6. And it's hard, sometimes it is hard to hold your tongue, especially I'm quite hot-headed. I don't like to hear people talking nasty about other kids, and I hate people staring at us when we're out. If you try this on, then...
No, I don't like it.
Listen.
I don't like it.
Listen. Look, Joe.
No, I don't want it.
Okay, stand up for me.
The last one and we're done. That's an 8.
That's an 8. Isn't that beautiful?
Look at that.
Go and put that in, Thomas the Tank Engine, for me. I do worry about when he gets older, because me and Lisa were bullied at school for being big. It was a complete nightmare.
In a perhaps a disadvantaged way compared to kids born from mothers who are eating very healthy diets throughout gestation.
In the future, scientists are keen to apply what they've learned from rats to humans. They'd love to study cases like Sarah and her 4-stone son Joe to understand why he's growing at such an alarming rate.
A couple of months after I found out I was pregnant, I ate a lot of fish. It was one of the things that I could keep down, and it was the main part of my diet while I was pregnant. Monkfish and sea bass and cod, salmon, any type of fish. Fresh fish it had to be, though, not frozen. If I couldn't get my hands on fish, it'd be a packet of scampi fries.
I want that.
One more fish. One of the neighbours passed in a whole strip of scampi fries, you know, what the pubs order. And they brought Sarah a whole strip, and they only lasted 3 hours. That lovely? I couldn't put my finger on it that it was fish. I couldn't turn around and say, eat loads of fish and you'll have a giant baby. They feel okay?
It's too small.
It's 3 months since we last saw Joe. He has just turned 3, and his weight has gone up to 5 stone. He's on a family day out with mum Sarah and cousin Lizzie.
When we go swimming and he's in his rubber ring. I mean, he doesn't have a normal rubber ring. He's got a full-size rubber ring. Because he doesn't fit into a normal size rubber ring and he can't swim, it's the only other thing that we can do, but we do have to have permission off the swimming bath because the rubber ring is so big and you're not allowed to take anything so big into the water. And to see him floating up and down in the water, it's quite funny. He does love it though.
His size means that Joe is reduced to swimming with pensioners, because Mum Sarah worries about what other people will think.
We did go once a week to a playgroup just down the road, but it was more for like babies. I think we felt a bit uneasy because of his size. I mean, I know Joe is a baby, but he just didn't fit in the group, did he? Other mums just pull him away because they pull their kids away a bit, and because Joe's a bit of a rough and tumble, don't they? That's all that worries me, really. The way people do judge her, whether you're in the supermarket or whether you're at the swimming baths, and people do stop and look. People who have got kids will go, God, he's big. Isn't he big? Do you want me to open your dippy dip? I wish people wouldn't judge that because I'm big, that's why Joe's so big. It's hard for a mum to say no. I know that I've got to not give him everything that he wants. But when we go shopping and I'll think, he loves Thomas the Tank, there's a Thomas the Tank lollipop. Oh, look, Joe, they've got Thomas the Tank pasta. And then you go to the counter and you're like, oh my God, there's like £50 worth of Thomas the Tank Engine food that you're putting through, and you're like, why did I get that on that? But you can't take it off. I think once he starts nursery and gets a bit more active and, you know, Sarah's not there for the whole day to give him when he asks, or people aren't there in the shops where he is all day. He's getting his 3 set meals, you know, he'll have his snack, he'll have his lunch, and that's it. He has his playtime where he can, I think he will, hopefully he'll burn it off. No. Considering that obesity in kids is meant to be a big thing, it is on my mind, yeah. I wouldn't like him to go to school and then be the biggest kid in the class and be out of breath every 5 minutes. Because Joe's big, he could end up a big kid, which I don't want.